Project Spark beta is in full swing on Xbox One, and we thought we'd give you a rundown of 9 of the best created games so far. There are some incredible things being done with the game creation platform, so be sure to check it out now as it's in open beta. First up is Anti-Smasher, developed by Team Dakota itself, the maker of Project Spark. This is all about moving 2 cubes around and getting them to smash into each other. The trouble is that they always move in the opposite direction. So it's smart, challenging, and very addictive. There's some great stage design here, and it's well worth having a look at. Next we have Decotris, which is the required Tetris imitation that all game-making platforms seem to end up with. The natural fantasy styling of Project Spark adds a little extra to this version, though we were impressed by how accurately the mechanics have been translated from the Tetris original. Snickman is another retro classic reimagined in Project Spark, this time looking at Pac-Man. The pellets are all there to collect, the Ghost AI is excellent, and it's a lot of fun to play. We particularly like the warp points on either side of the arena, and how some of the fancy design of Project Spark adds again to this retro classic. Synthesizer is another proof of concept from Team Dakota, this time offering a fully functional keyboard with volume controls, backbeat player, and much more. We actually have no idea how this was pulled off, but we're looking forward to finding out as we keep experimenting with the beta and soon with the full game. Moving back into gaming and the fantasy realm is Forgotten Island. This is a little test area that we can see building into something really cool as an RPG. There's a couple of small puzzles that hint at some really big ideas to come from EA 1993, its creator. And be sure to follow some of the creators on Project Spark and so you can get an update of all the new content they add as and when it happens. Waterworld is similarly ambitious in its choice of genre, offering an underwater arena and a bunch of sunken chests that you need to find. The mechanics work really well, and the progression of tasks is very well thought out, showing off exactly how cool some of the physics work with Project Spark and how little you really need to do for them to work together. Barrel Smash will be familiar to players of Marble Blast Ultra, as you roll a ball around narrow paths and attempt to smash as many barrels as possible. So there's some nice swooping tunnels and warp points to add a little extra flair to this tight design, but again a really good example of how physics work in this game. Pinball Raid 2 is a little choppier in its physics, but more ambitious in its design. With all the staples of a pinball machine, small animated elements like an invading army of enemies and destructible items keep the action coming well and add a little extra flair that only Project Spark can provide. And last but not least we have Colour, which is unique among the games we played for looking so unlike anything else on Project Spark so far. It's a beautifully realised little stage that we hope to see something more of soon. Its use of contrast and colour is really quite exceptional. And that's all we have for the moment, but be sure to check out the beta on Xbox One right now, and let us know of any cool creations you've made or seen by hitting us up on Twitter at X1_magazine.